listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land, all of you around the world listen to the sound of my voice. It is another beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 57 degrees going up to a high of 71. My type of weather with no showers in the forecast right now. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it is so nice outside. So I had to get up early this morning to go out. I had to go take my grandbaby to school, to daycare. And she cried, y'all. She cried, broke my heart. I didn't want to leave her. She cried so hard. And I was like, oh, it's going to be, because, we've taken her to one school. We just moved her to a school that's closer. And it's literally like 5 minutes away. It's a lot closer than 25 minutes away. And she cried and broke my heart. And I was like, oh, my God. So the lady took her and said, she'll be okay. And she was hugging her. And she was hugging her back, but she was crying. And I wanted to cry, it's going to be okay. So I can't even remember, it's been a long time since I did the first day of school, because my daughter's 29. So it's been a long time since I had to drop somebody off at daycare. And yeah, that broke my heart. So I came and I told my daughter, like, yeah, she cried because my daughter starts to work at 7. And so we don't want to drop her off too early. And then I do the show at 10. So I need some time to prep. So it normally takes me about an hour to prep for the show. So I want to make sure I get her there in time. She can get breakfast. I can get back in time so I can do the show. And so, but it broke my heart, y'all. I was like, I'm about to stay right here. But I was like, you got to go because you got to do the show. So I know she'll be okay. She was okay yesterday when her dad dropped her off. And today was my day to drop her off. And it's been a minute since I dropped somebody off at daycare. I ain't going to even lie. And it was a little heart-wrenching. I was like, oh, God, I got to drop my sugar booger off. That's what I call a sugar booger. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day today. Today, listen, it's a whole lot of days for National Day today. Today is National American Businesswomen's Day. Today is National Carefree Day, National Elephant Appreciation Day, National Hobbit Day, National Ice Cream Cone Day, National Centurions Day, National Legwear Day. Legwear. They got a day for legwear. That's crazy. Today is National White Chocolate Day, National Girls Night In Day. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. I don't know what you're going to do on a Tuesday, though. And most of all, and most importantly, today is National Voter Registration Day. So here's the thing. We got a month and a couple of days before it's time for us to go to the poll and cast our vote. So make sure that you are registered to vote. My mom has been hounding me, and I've told her, listen, you are okay. Your ballot is coming in the mail. She's like, I don't know. They keep texting me. So what happened was, if you are 65 years old and you requested an absentee ballot before, you don't have to go back and request again. So I did not have to go back and request a ballot for she nor my uncle because of their age. It automatically comes out. But she has been driving me crazy. She's like, listen, are you sure? Are you sure? She made me doubt myself. And I was like, let me go ahead and make sure. So I went online yesterday to check her ballot to see where it was. And they sent it out on the 18th. So she should be getting it any day now. She and my uncle. So that'll make her happy. And it'll make me happy because she'll stop asking me. She's like, I'm just saying. I was like, Mom, you don't have to do it again. You don't have to request it again. It's only for people who like me, who's young enough that I have to request one, but I'll be going to do the vote. So I'm glad. Anyway, if you have not registered to vote, make sure you register to vote. This is a very important election for us. And here's the thing, guys. If you want your voice to be heard, you have to go to the polls. That's just the bottom line. You can't sit back and hem and haw and you didn't even cast a vote because nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't cast a vote, then you don't deserve anything that you're going to be hemming and hawing about because you need to go vote. So if you have not registered to vote, it's a very, very important election. I know some people don't think it's important. They don't think it's important that they register to vote. They don't think that this election means anything to them. And in reality, it does. But if you don't think so, then I guess it don't. So, go out and register to vote. And listen, even if you've registered, check the rolls and make sure that everything is proper on your enrollment, because sometimes you'll go to your poll and your name is wrong. If you got married, if you got a divorce, if you change your last name, if you change your first name, make sure all that stuff is in order. You can go online and look at that. I went online yesterday and just typed in my mother's first initial, her last name, her social security number, no, her birthday, and it pulled her name and address right up, and it showed me that she had registered in April for a ballot, an early ballot. It showed me that she cast one in July. It showed me that they sent her another one for the primaries that took place. So, and it showed me that they just issued her new one that should be coming in the mail any day now. So make sure to go out and vote. This is here's the thing. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you half do anything, you probably have to do everything. And so if you have not registered to vote, then that's shame on you. But I'm just saying, some people don't think it's important, so they don't bother. I happen to think so. My mother walked with Dr. Martin Luther King. She fought for civil rights. When she told me that story, I was so proud of her because, she was out there, and I get that fighting spirit from her and my dad, because my father was rough. His whole side of the family was rough. Y'all heard me tell that story before, but my mom fought, and she walked with Dr. Martin Luther King in Albany, Georgia. And she told me she went to jail because she was fighting what she believed was right. And she spent 2 weeks in jail, and she got out, and she was sick because, they fed them some disgusting food. But she fought for these rights that we have, along with Dr. Martin Luther King and so many others. And so for people to just kind of squander that away and feel like it's not important, it's not necessary, I say shame on you. If you have not registered to vote, and yeah, I know some people get mad at me. Oh, well, so what? Cast your vote. I don't care which way you cast it. Just cast it. Because there were people who fought, who lost their lives for us to have a right to vote. And for you to just sit back and do nothing, shame on you. That's all I'm saying. Because I feel like this is an important election across the board, all around the United States. And for people to just kind of take it like, oh, it doesn't affect me. Of course it affects you. And when we go to the poll to vote and we vote in favor of something that really does affect you, we voted to help you. But if you feel like I don't want to vote because of whatever, I'm not going to register, I don't have the time, shame on you. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to get off my soapbox about that. I'm just saying, my mom, Dr. Martin Luther King, John Lewis, Malcolm X, all these people fought for us. Some of them even died for us to have these rights. And we sit back on our hands, act like we're so good, we can't go out and vote. Shame on you. And if you have registered, just check the registration to make sure everything is up to date. Your address, your signature looks the same. All kinds of nonsense. If you don't know how to sign your name, make sure that you understand what you have to do. I think they were saying last time in the primaries runoff that there was a problem because people was putting the X in the wrong place because they couldn't sign their name. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. If we had those type of problems in the primary and the runoffs, of course we're going to have them in the general election. We just are. Dirt is being slung. People probably going to steal mailboxes, all kinds of nonsense. I'm going to go vote, but I'm going to walk my mom's ballot into the voters registration office and put it in there myself. I don't even know if I want to put it in the outside box. I don't trust them. I don't trust nobody. Anyway, let's get on with our show today. We're going to go right on in and start off with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen for today, Tuesday, September the 22nd. Yeah, we're almost at the end of this month, y'all. Yep. Woo, time is flying. All right, anyway, Aries, don't let your lover put demands on you. Changes will not be easy for the youngsters involved. Your money-making opportunities will flourish. All right, Aries, listen, don't let your lover put demands on you. Don't let them get you caught up, baby. Because they put some demands on you, get caught up, you better be ready to face the consequences. And your money-making opportunities, they look good for you. So go ahead, handle that. Get your money-making opportunities on. Taurus, your unique approach to life will interest others. Travel and social activity will bring about interesting talks, not to mention contacts. Friendships will be ruined if you let too many people get involved in any disputes. Yeah, don't let people get involved. Don't even be a part of it, right? Don't you get involved and try to keep people from having arguments, because 9 times out of 10, there's arguments about stupid stuff. I'm telling you, they probably are. Just don't do it, Taurus. Keep yourself out of the middle of that mess. Gemini, you can accomplish a great deal. You will have a great deal of insight when dealing with others. Opportunities for love will develop while traveling or while attending religious functions. All right, so listen, go to church. As people used to go to church to look for a husband. I don't know. I ain't never go to church looking for no husband because I don't know. You got to be, I ain't gonna even get on that topic. Anyway, opportunities for love will develop while traveling or while attending religious functions. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave that alone. I ain't gonna even get into it. I'm going to leave it right there, Gemini. You do with that what you will. Cancer, it's a good time to make changes for your living quarters that will give you more space. See, I know somebody's trying to do that right now. I tell y'all, sometimes I read this stuff, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. It may not be the best day to confront employers or to present your ideas. You could be drawn to events that concern children. All right. You could be drawn. Listen, keep your ideas to yourself today. Don't confront your employers. Not today, Cancer. It's not the day for you to do that. Just focus on trying to make the moves you've been trying to make. That's all. Don't worry about the rest of that stuff. Not today. Leo, there will be difficulties if you spend too much. Don't hesitate to voice your ideas and opinions. You can't do everything on your own. Leo, I understand you want to do it all because you want it done right. You want to do it on time. You want it done in order. However, you can't do everything on your own. So ask for help. That's what it's really trying to tell you. Ask for help. That's all. That's all it's saying. Virgo, try to keep to yourself. Work diligently on domestic chores and responsibilities. You can sell your ideas to those who have the money to back them. Limitations will be set if you haven't followed the rules. Okay. Yeah. Keep to yourself today, Virgo. Just keep to yourself. Work on getting your house clean. Handle responsibilities at home. Yeah. And people that got the money to back your ideas, yeah, you want to talk to them. Not yet, though. All right, listen, we're going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Notable Astrologer Micah Thiason. Stay tuned.
Tell me if I got it wrong, but you don't want to be alone. Spend the evening by yourself, but you'll miss me when it's getting late. Got it all, babe. Say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you'll let me. Got it all, babe. Say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go, boy. Loving is a safe card. You don't have to play hard. Love and let go, boy. You don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Every time is a blessing, and I know we can take it to the next level. If you let go, boy, you don't have to play smart. We can take it slow. You know it. Go ahead and tell your friends. Talk it out, but it won't end. You are never true to heart. You need me when it's getting dark. Got it all, babe. Say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let me. Got it all, babe. Say vamps when you're ready. I'm here when you need me. I'm yours if you let go, boy. Loving is a
back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thiason. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Don't let your mate force you into making a decision that you aren't ready to make. Your ability to put things together will be appreciated by your comrades. Don't beat around the bush. State your case in plain and simple terms. Yeah, don't beat around the bush today, Libra. Just say what you got to say. Get it on out there, and people can do with it what they may. But at least you've got it out there, and it's plain and simple. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't be so sophisticated trying to use big words. Tell the folks plain and simple what you need them to know. That way they can't say, I didn't understand what you meant. Or I didn't understand what he was talking about. Don't do that. Plain and simple. Scorpio, you can find out important information if you listen to friends and relatives. Insincere gestures or friendliness may be misleading. Things are looking good for you, so open your eyes and go get it. Yes. Yes, Scorpio. Yes, and don't be fooled now. Don't be fooled by them people with that insincere. Yeah, don't be fooled. Insincere gestures of friendliness. It could be misleading. Don't be fooled. Open your eyes and go get it. You hear me? Yes. Sagittarius. Attend trade shows that will allow you to look at new products. I got a product going on. I'm gonna tell y'all about my venture when I get finished. You will get satisfaction from efforts. Be sure to sidestep those who are eccentric or unpredictable. Yeah, there's some eccentric people out there. I might be one of those people. Not too eccentric though. I'm pretty simple. I'm pretty plain. I was called Plain Jane once upon a time. I don't know. Maybe I am to some folks. I'm not flashy, that's for sure. It's not my thing. I'm pretty simple. I might be Plain Jane too. Yeah. Capricorn, your charm will attract someone special. Okay, Cap. Listen to the problems of others and offer suggestions where possible. You need to be active and spend time with friends you enjoy. All right, listen here. Your charm is going to attract somebody special today, Capricorn. Put it on them. Yes, be charming all day long. Yes, you're going to get that person, that special person. All right, so let's keep it moving. All right, Aquarius, don't think the worst if you hear something negative about your partner. You can expand your circle of friends if you get out and socialize. You could be misinterpreted if you're not careful. Listen here, go out and socialize. You know what I'm saying? Have you some fun today, Aquarius. You work a lot and you always sick. You know what I'm saying? Always sick. So go out, socialize, and have some fun. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes we can work too hard. Excuse me. We could work too hard and don't socialize. Don't have fun. You know, and so go have yourself some fun. Listen, I bowl on Thursday. That's a lot. That's fun for me. I'm so happy to be bowling. Like, you know, we used to bowl in the league when I was in Jersey, my husband and I. And then I had to have surgery on my knee, so I stopped bowling. So he kept bowling probably another 2 years after me. But my knee was hurting so bad, I just completely stopped. But now we're bowling again. I ain't gonna lie. When I get finished bowling, I come home Thursday night. When I go to bed, I sleep like a baby because that's work, y'all. But it's fun because I get to socialize. All right, and my fellow fish Pisces, you are best to back away from commitment. Make your intentions perfectly clear and find out exactly what is expected of you. Your communication skills will bring you popularity and increase self-esteem. So we got a lot going on there. We got a lot to unpack there, Pisces. Look, fish, you know, you are best to back away from commitment. I don't know, you know, it's so funny. There's something right now that I'm committed to that I really know I need to back away. And I know I need to back away because this new venture. So let me tell you about my new venture. So listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 o'clock to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thiason. Now, let me just tell you my story. Then I'm going to get on with the news. So, y'all heard me talk about my new venture. I'm launching a rug company, area rug company. And so here's what happened. So Georgette and I invented these dolls back in 21 years ago. They turned 21 this year. Last year, when I heard that LeBron James was going to be making a movie about Madam C.J. Walker, no, let me back up. When the dolls turned 18, I wanted to get a doll done for the 18th birthday, right? So it's 3 dolls, Deja, Dina, and Dawn. So Deja is my black doll, Dina is my Hispanic doll, Dawn is my white doll. But Deja was my top seller, and she was my top seller amongst white women. go figure. I had to ask. I'm like, hey, listen, I gotta ask y'all a question. Why do y'all buy this doll? And so I did a lot of doll shows. Like my husband and I, we did so many doll shows. So people started to really know who we were in the doll world. And I had to ask one day because I had a line of women in line and they only bought my black doll and they were all white women. And I had to ask them like, hey, I'm going to ask a question. Please don't be offended. But I need to know. So this was before data was a big thing. But I needed to understand this data. Why do you guys just buy my black doll and you don't like the white doll? And they were like, oh my God, the black doll is so beautiful. She's exotic. And they looked at Dawn. It's like, oh, she's such a big, ugly white girl. This is what they said to me. So here's the crazy part. The dolls are made from the exact same mold. They just have different skin colors. And so they hated Dawn. She's white and she has blonde hair, which I thought, that was the thing to do. Dina was kind of in the middle. She was on the spectrum. So she was like, she could be a light skinned black really. But we made her hair brown, and Deja, of course, was black with black hair. And she wasn't dark, but she was like a chocolate, like a little bit darker than milk chocolate. And Dina could be like a light-skinned black. So she was kind of in the middle. But that's how a lot of Spanish people are. Like, if you look at them, they're a little bit, they could be on either side. They could be white or black. They kind of they're in the middle. And so that's what they told me. But anyway, the dolls were turning 18 years old. The dress that my daughter wore to her prom, she was 18, I got that dress made for the dolls, right, for Deja. And so it's almost the exact same dress that my daughter wore to the prom when she was 18. Deja had it on for her 18th birthday. So my goal was I called my manufacturer and I said, hey, listen, I want to get some dolls done. How much is it going to cost me? And they gave me this crazy number, y'all. They gave me a crazy number, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm afraid to do that number, and I really was afraid. And so I didn't get anything. I just got a couple done just for myself. So every year I have a new doll because, it's my company. And so even though the company closed like 2005, but I could still go to my manufacturer and say, hey, I need some dolls done because they still have my molds. That's a whole process. One day I'll talk about that process of making the dolls. Anyway, if you want to know about the dolls and how I got started, there's a book on Amazon. It's called The Making of a Big Beautiful Doll. If you Google my name, Audrey Bell Kearney, all my books will come up on Amazon, and that story is there with Deja, Dina, and Dawn in it. And it tells you a story about how I started this company and, how God gave me the idea and how Georgette and I shared the idea with her and we launched the company. But anyway, I wanted to get the doll done. I was afraid. So fast forward to last year, I heard about LeBron making the Madam C.J. Walker movie. It was a series that Netflix had that he and Netflix had partnered on doing. Now, here's something funny. Probably around 2009, maybe 2010, I went to a book fair because I'm an author. I went to a book fair. I was selling my books. I was selling the business program at the time. It was $49, and I was selling some books that I had written. And there was a young lady sitting next to me, and she was a big time writer. And she wrote, so she had written her own book, but she was also a ghostwriter for some big names over in New York, and she worked in New York. So she was sitting next to me. She had her glasses on. She was really like incognito, right? But we we started having a conversation, and she told me she was a writer and that she was a ghostwriter, and so she wrote a script, y'all, for us. This is the craziest thing. The script was called Self-Made. That was the script. And I reached out to Madam C.J. Walker's great-granddaughter, Alelia Bundles, who was a reporter, I think, for CBS or ABC or one of those news. She was a reporter for one of those news networks. And I said to her, we want to make this movie about Madam C.J. Walker. So she sent us her permission to make the movie. She sent us a bunch of information. We got a doll done. Georgette got a doll done. And the doll had on gray and black. And she sent me one, and she sold the rest because she only had like a small edition of about 50, but she got them done and she sold them, so she made some cash off of that. I just got one for my personal self, and then I showed it to somebody when I moved to Georgia, and the lady stole it, so I never got it back, right? And so we had talked to Madam C.J. Walker's granddaughter about making the movie. She said, okay. When it was time for us, we did casting, we did everything, we were ready to go. When it was time for us to make the movie, she said no. And we were like, but you gave us permission. She said, I thought you were doing a documentary. She was like, I don't want you guys to make a feature film because I want Queen Latifah to play Madam. We was like, what? So I have a script now. The thing about it is my script, when I looked at the Madam C.J. Walker story that LeBron did, my script looks nothing like his script. It was such a good script. And I still might do that movie because it's a movie. LeBron did a series, a Madam C.J. Walker series for Netflix. And but my script was so nice. And the person that wrote the script, her name was J.T. Kitt. And I should seriously think about go back and making that film. And I really, because I'm in Atlanta now. I was in Jersey then. And they were telling me it was going to be like $600,000 to get it done. But I had a guy who was going to fundraise for me. His name is Nick. Nick is funny, y'all. Nick is hilarious. Nick is Asian. Listen to his story. He is so funny. He had me cracking up. Nick is Asian. He's married to a black girl. He was raised by Italians. And I said to him, Nick, you should have a family reunion. Like, that would probably be the funniest family reunion ever because you got Asians, Italians, and blacks all at once. It was crazy. But that's his real story. That's his real life. He was adopted by Italians or raised by Italians. He's Asian, and his wife is black. It's crazy. But anyway, Nick was going to help us raise the money. And we did a casting call. Georgette flew in from Texas at the time. We were having so much fun with the casting call. And she said no. Now, the script is amazing. JT did a really good job on that script. It's a really good script. It doesn't look like, it tells Madam C.J. Walker's story, but it's like, I can't explain it to you guys. But I may make that movie one day. That may be once I launch this new company. So anyway, I'm sorry to be so, but this is, I wanted you to kind of understand why I'm launching the rug company. Okay, so fast forward to last year, I wanted to get the dolls done in time for the launch of the Madam C.J. Walker series. So I called my manufacturer in Hong Kong, say, hey, listen, can you send me a quote for this doll? I sent them like an outfit that I wanted done. It looked kind of like the outfit that Georgette had did, but it was black and gold. And I figured it would be black and gold because this was going to be big. So now she had a movie coming out finally to tell her story. And I wanted to have this doll out at the same time. So they sent me back my samples, but the price was off the hook. And by now, we were having all kind of problems with China and tariffs, and so the price was ridiculous. And I was like, okay, I would not sleep at night knowing that I just collected $550,000 and sent it to China. I couldn't sleep. I was having anxiety just thinking about that, right? Because I could have easily pre-sold a doll, because now the internet was really big. Like when we started, the internet was kind of just kicking off. It's huge now. The dolls actually have a fan club on Facebook that we didn't start. You know, it started by a gentleman out in Texas. His name is Alex. And he loves the dolls, and the fan club loves the dolls. So I knew, had I launched that doll, I probably would have gotten orders. But I tell you, I would not have slept. Just thinking about that gave me anxiety. And I went to my mom. I said, I know. My mother loves the Madam C.J. Walker doll. Like, she loves that doll. Every time we get something done in the outfit for Madam C.J. Walker, she loves the doll. And I said to her, I said, Mom, I know you love it, and I love it too. I said, but I honestly would not be able to sleep at night knowing that I just sent $500,000 to China, and they're mad at us, we're mad at them. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I would not. I couldn't even sleep thinking about it. I'm telling y'all. But anyway, so the dolls, fast forward to today, the dolls turned 21 years old. I didn't get a doll done. I got a sample. So I always get me some done. I got me a sample. And it came out beautiful, y'all. It came out beautiful. And so I was laying in bed one night, and I was like, man, I need to do something with that doll. I need to do something. And I was scrolling through some online stories, some online e-commerce stories, and rugs popped up in e-commerce. I'm like, rugs? Like, you can customize rugs? This is what I said to myself. So I'm laying in bed. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, because this is what happens. I'm like, you can customize rugs? I'm thinking, okay, this is a great idea. And so I put it to the side. I was like, you know what? I don't have time to do that. I gotta grow Good Morning Gwinnett. You know, I gotta just grow it. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers and 1 million downloads. I gotta focus. And that's what I was doing. But it kept nagging at me. And so about a week ago, I was like, you know what? It came up again. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this doll on a rug, because they actually turned 21 years old this year, and I have nothing to put out to the world to tell a story. And I think it's a great story, you know. And I was like, I'm going to do the rug, because the rug manufacturer is 2 hours and 42 minutes away from me. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I can get the rug done. And if anything happened, I can just drive to North Carolina and pick up my rugs. I was so excited. I became extremely excited about that. And then I started thinking, wait a minute now, this could be a real company. Like, not just a collectible rug, this could be a rug company. So I started doing my research like I always do. And I decided to launch my company, my rug company. It's an area rug company. It's called The Rug Chest, therugchest.com. So if you go there right now, you're going to see my Shopify things say coming. So it's actually finished. I just got to go and check my payment systems and make sure everything is up to par because I clicked on it yesterday and I had an error. So by Monday, it'll be live, but it's called The Rug Chest, y'all. And so that doll turning 21 years old inspired me to start this rug company. The more I did my research, the more I realized, man, I can have rugs, like really sell rugs. And I was like, and I know people like rugs, like, you know what? Because some things make you excited, some things don't. What made me excited about the rug company is that I could work with artists who have, they have amazing art, and we could put that art on rugs. I come from a world of limited editions. Deja and Dina and Dawn was a limited edition. They were collectible dolls. I know people collect rugs. I've seen some rugs that cost $20,000, $40,000. I know people collect rugs, and I know certain rugs hold value. And so I was like, I'm gonna have collectible rugs, So that's just a part of what I'm doing. But the Rug Chest is, and the tagline is, "We create treasures for your floor." And so it's going to be a combination of limited edition rugs and mass-produced rugs. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be working with artists. I'm going to be meeting with the artists tomorrow, so they can show me their portfolio, so I can pick out some limited editions from that artist. Like this whole, I'm so excited, y'all. Like I feel excited about this venture, like I feel excited about Good Morning Gwinnett. And I know I pretty much got off my schedule for the day, but I'm so excited about the story. I wanted to share the story with you guys. And so the Rug Chest will be launching Monday. So look for that Monday. And I tell y'all, if you've listened to me on this show for the last almost 2 years, you know that I don't do anything small. So of course I got a shopping channel playing for the rug for the Rug Chest. Of course I do a podcast that will be launching as well. So I have a podcast. I have a shopping channel that's going to be on YouTube, Vimeo, Roku, Amazon, Apple. Well, it's going to be on the Noise Network, on all of those. And then they're going to have a separate channel by themselves. So I'm excited about that as well. So, God has given me everything I need to grow this into an empire. To grow both of these companies, Good Morning Gwinnett and the Rug Chest, into an empire. And for me, I can see that as clear as I'm sitting here talking to you, that's going to happen. And I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to come back. And I want you to listen to. So my podcast is going to be called the Rug Chest Podcast. So you can follow me on there, because I've never done e-commerce before. Like, this is my first time doing e-commerce, like really doing, like, I have books on Amazon and I have a t-shirt store on my on Good Morning Gwinnett, but I've never focused on just e-commerce like that. I've never done that. So on the Rug Chest podcast, I'm going to be talking about exactly what it is I'm doing to grow my rug company. And so if you want to follow that podcast, it's going to be called the Rug Chest Podcast.com, and you'll be able to follow me as I grow this company and tell you the things that I've done. So that podcast and the website is going to kick off next week. Not sure which day yet. I think it's going to probably be Wednesday that I do the show. And so I'm probably going to drop 3 episodes next week, because that's the whole Apple thing. If you don't know anything about podcasts, you want to drop 3 to 5 episodes in the same week. And that helps you rank up in the ranks of Apple. For 6 to 8 weeks, you'll be on the new and noteworthy. And that's important, because you want people to follow your show. So I'm going to be talking about e-commerce. I'm going to be talking about how I'm growing a company. And I'm excited about that. So you've heard me talk about it probably for the last week or so, about me launching this new venture, and I'm excited about that. The rugs on the site, oh my God, they are beautiful. My daughter saw a rug yesterday and she's like, I got to buy that rug. It is gorgeous. So when the site goes live on Monday, you'll get a chance to see some of them. Now, some of the rugs are regular manufactured rug, and then I have my limited edition. I'm going to be adding a lot of rugs to the limited edition. I'm even going to do some artwork. Yeah, I know I've been trying to be artsy since you heard me talk on this show. So I'm even going to be doing my own artwork and putting it on rugs, and it's going to be under limited edition. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, I know I done took a lot of time talking about that, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because I'm super excited about it. So I'm going to shut my mouth right now. I'm going to go to a song, and I'll be right back after the song to give you some news about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
Welcome back. So let me tell y'all something funny, right? So my husband works in pharmaceutical, right? So most of the time we don't talk until he gets off work at 5:30 because he's always suited up. So when you think about pharmaceutical, he has a white hoodie on, the whole Tyvek suit, the whole oxygen tank and all that stuff because he works pharmaceutical. And so he just texted me while the song was playing. He's like, "Can I be your partner?" And I was like, "Yes." And no, I'm serious. I was like, "Yeah, you could be my partner." So because he and I, so here's the thing, we work really well together when we on ventures. And so it's a couple of different ventures we had talked about launching together. And I kind of didn't tell anybody about this one because I was like, you know what, I just need to get it done. I need to get the venture done. I need to get it done. I just need to get everything in place. And that, because I didn't want to, because I felt like, you know, as an entrepreneur, sometimes people say, "Oh my God, what you doing now?" Right? And so that can kind of throw you off. And I didn't want the negative energy. I didn't want no negative energy. I was like, I don't want any negative energy. I just want to get it done. So I've been working on it diligently, like to late nights and stuff. And now it's ready to go. I just got to check my shopping cart. And so I finally told him, because I didn't even tell him. And I was like, "Hey, I'm launching this rug company." So first he didn't say too much, and I was like, okay, whatever. That was kind of my thing. But you know, he saw the website yesterday. It's gorgeous. Like the website is really nice, and you know, my daughter saw that rug. It's like, I want that rug. So it was like validation. Like the minute she said it, like I got it. So her friend was here. Her friend was like, "Oh my God, I need that rug." So they both said the same thing about just one rug, and I have lots of rugs on the website. But anyway, he's like, "Can he be my partner?" Like, "Yeah, you can be my partner." So he and I are gonna be partners on this, which is nice. Because I like working with him. Like when we're on the same page about business, it's a cool thing because now it gives me the opportunity to run ideas by him and stuff like that. So he's officially my partner, y'all. It's gonna be a husband and wife team doing their thing. So yeah, there you go. It's a family business. And it's so crazy because we've tried to launch family businesses before. Now, I might have to fire him. I'm just going to tell y'all right off the rip. Hopefully, I won't. I didn't have to fire him when I was in the dog company. Let me tell you, when I did the dog company, oh my God, he was my ride or die. I quit my job. Let me tell you how crazy it was. And I hate to be talking about this for the show, but I got to share this with y'all. So, when I had the idea for the dog, I was working at Verizon, making good money. Let me just say that. I'm going to put that out there. Verizon was paying me well. But I hated every second of it, y'all. And I quit my job. Verizon went on strike. It was in June 1999. They went on strike, and I never went back to work. And my husband was my ride or die. Like, he would work 3 to 11 shift. He would get off work. He would come home, sleep for a couple of hours, and 3 o'clock in the morning, I would get up and go sling newspapers because I was committed to my dream, right? I was crazy. Don't do that. I'm just telling y'all, don't do that. I quit my job. I had no money saved up. I had a child to take care of. And I was trying to launch a business in freaking China. Had never been to China. Didn't know anything about China. Didn't know if they was going to take my mold and do whatever. It was just crazy. My sculptor lived in Kinchlow, Michigan. So I sent her pictures, and she sent me back a sculpture in clay, and then she sent it back in hard wax, and then I sent the hard wax to China, and they sent me back vinyl. Let me tell you, that's a process. So when I tell y'all I've been in business for 23 years, I'm for real. I'm talking about, I call the dolls my real business because I had a doll manufactured in Hong Kong and never set foot on Chinese ground. Never. And I was just going on prayer and faith, baby. Same thing like I'm about to do with this rug. I do everything by faith. Let me tell you. Because there have been ventures that I've just launched, and I just launched them. God gave me the idea, and I just did them. And so, but back then, he was my road dog. Like, we did doll show after doll show after doll show, and he would work 5 days a week. And then we would jump in the car, load the car with boxes, and hit the road and go do a doll show from North Carolina up to Boston and back down. I mean, I remember one time, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give some news for real. I remember one time, the doll club asked me to come and speak in New York. It was hilarious. And so my husband is a clown. Like, like he likes to make people laugh. Like, once he gets comfortable around you, he likes to make people laugh. So I had to go speak at a doll club in New York. And so we got in the car, because we were only about 25 minutes away from New York, so that was nothing. So we drove to New York, and it was they were strange. It was men and women. They all had their dolls, and they all had Barbies, which was crazy because my doll was twice the size of Barbie. And so I'm sitting there and I'm telling the story about how I came up with the idea for this doll, and they were really nice, but they were a little strange. And he was like, them some strange people. It was hilarious. But anyway, let me go into some news. All right, so here's some news for y'all, because I know I've been talking a lot about me and my stuff all morning, but I'm excited. I hope you can hear my excitement, because I'm excited. This is how I was when I launched Good Morning Gwinnett, and I'm still excited about Good Morning Gwinnett because it gives me the opportunity I don't talk about myself like this much, but today I'm like in that mood. But anyway, let's get on with some news. So anyway, the Gwinnett County Police is cracking down on unsafe driving around this county. Yes, they are. Yep. The police department launched Operation Drive Safe on September the 14th, and this will continue until mid-October. It's 30 days. So if you out there doing some unsafe driving, you're going to get a nice fat ticket, which you should, because you need to be safe. You know, there's a guy, he was the nicest guy. If you've ever gone to the gas station right there on the corner of, Grayson Highway and where English used to be in Lawrenceville, it's a gas station right there. And English used to be right next door, and right next door to that is a skating rink. Where there's a guy his name was Doug. He used to be at the gas station all the time. He was cleaning up, but he was so nice, y'all. And every time I would go there, he would give me a riddle. Like, I had to solve a riddle every time I went there. But he was always nice. And I remember the last time I saw him, it was raining, and I didn't have an umbrella. And he went and got an umbrella from somewhere and walked me back to my car. But he was really, really nice. And so my husband, because he drank beer, like he loved beer, and he would drink beer. And my husband would give him a ride home some nights because he was always walking. When he got hit by a car, and I'm sure this person probably was not driving bad. It was just his time. He got hit by a car a couple of weeks ago, and everybody was just so shocked and so sad because he was a really nice guy. But anyway, I said all that to say, if you're out there doing some unsafe driving, they're gonna get you. So just don't do it, because you're gonna get got if you do. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. So apparently, Norcross residents are saying we don't want no QuikTrip in our neighborhood because it's gonna clutter up the street, and people are like they try to put this QuikTrip in this neighborhood in 2018. They voted against it. But anyway, more than 2 years ago, Billie J, Elliott, she's like 87 years old. She said she's been living in her neighborhood for 52 years, and she does not want a road on the side of her house. And I can get that. I was riding down New Hope Road this morning when I was coming from the daycare, and so New Hope Road where I live, it still looks like kind of country-like, which I like. It still looks kind of country, but they put a dialysis center right there, and I'm like, wow, really? Like, you put a dialysis center right there? Like, it doesn't fit. Like, there's a school, and right next door to that is a dialysis center. So that was vacant land that had been vacant for a while, and they put a dialysis center right there. It just didn't fit, and I was like, that doesn't really fit. But anyway, I could see where they're gonna probably build up New Hope Road and put other stuff right there in that area. But Billie is saying, you know what? I don't want it. I don't want it by my house. I don't want a store next to my house. I don't want a road next to my house. So the residents of Norcross shot it down, and they were like, we don't want it. And that was in 2018. So now it's back on the table again. So county commissioners in 2018 rejected the plan, and that plan put nearly 6,000 square foot building on 3 acres with 54 parking spaces and 10 gas pumps. Now, they've made some changes since 2018. So here are the changes. Okay, so now the new proposal this year It's nearly 5,000 square feet building on 3.4 acres with 55 parking spaces and 9 pumps. So they dropped the pump, they add 1 parking space, and they dropped 1,000 square feet. But anyway, they're saying we're not having it. So for more information about this story and to see what exactly they're talking about, you can go to ajc.com and you can click on the story there on the Gwinnett County, and you'll see the story there. Yeah, they were like, we don't want it. And, I can kind of understand that. All right, so improvements at the intersection of US 78 and Georgia 124 scenic highways are now complete. Let me tell you, I still think that's kind of confusing. And it looks nice, but it's a little bit confusing. So if you have been used to going down 78 or 124 a certain way, especially going down, you have to be very careful that you don't run into somebody. It's a little bit confusing. I'm not going to even lie. Because I've gone that way like, wait a minute, now which way am I supposed to be going? But anyway, that construction is complete. And just be careful until you get used to it. It's cool, and I'm sure they did it like that for a reason. It looks cool, but it could be a little bit confusing. So just make sure that if you're traveling on 124 and 78 that you pay attention so you don't run into anybody. Because it does look a little bit different, especially if you've been used to traveling a certain way. It's kind of like if I've been used to traveling a certain way, now all of a sudden you change my patterns, I got to get used to a new pattern. But now that project is complete. And so now I guess they're going to go ahead and start move on and start working on the Grove. Yeah, like I'm excited to see what that looks like. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. I'm sure it is. All the new construction here, like building up the downtowns. I love it. I do. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Grove is going to look like over in Snellville. As a matter of fact, a new view, Gwinnett County's Aurora Theater to debate the first streaming performance. Yeah, they're going to be, yes. Because here's the thing, we still need to be able to enjoy entertainment. Some of us are going out, some of us still are not. And so, one of those is the first streaming performance of a play called Barbara's Blue Kitchen. It's going to be streamed live from the Aurora Theater, a slice of Southern life musical that has energized the Aurora in many ways. Yeah, that sounds like, and it was so funny because I said I was going to start going. I was going to start going to the theater, and I'm going to start going to the theater. I mean, I got a beautiful theater already here, and now they're about to put a brand new theater here, so I need to just start taking advantage of all these beautiful amenities that I don't take advantage of. So anyway, you'll be able to see the Barbara's Blue Kitchen stream live. So what does that mean? That means that you don't have to leave your house, right? Yep, you don't have to leave your house. The musical is going to run from September the 25th to October the 4th. Tickets are going to start at $30 per view. Now, here's the thing. This is like you're going to be streaming live from home, but you still it's not free. You got to pay. So it's $30 per view. So if you want to pay, if you want to check this out at home, you can. So you can go to auroratheater.com, or give them a call at 678-226-6222. Again, that number is 678-226-6222. Listen, we got to pivot, baby. Like, life has to keep going on. You got to make the adjustments, right? You got to make the adjustments. I know some people don't like to make change, but if you want to get back to some kind of life that you really enjoy, hey, you may have to stream your live theater from home. All right, I'm just saying. I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The Lawrenceville Ghost Tours returns September the 25th through October the 31st. The Aurora Theater professional costume storytellers give thrill seekers a spooky meets history in-person tour and around Lawrenceville, featuring real stories and paranormal. They've got paranormal places in Gwinnett around Lawrenceville. Really? So really, you're talking about some haunted spaces around here for real? Oh, the tour begins and ends at the Aurora Theater. So anyway, tickets for Friday through Sunday ghost tours are $20 for adults, $15 for children. A private tour is also available for up to 10 people, $125, as well as virtual self-guided options for $20 on the website. So if you want to do that, check out auroratheater.com for more information about how to go on the ghost tour, how to stream Blue Kitchen, Barbara in the Blue Kitchen, all of that good stuff. See, we're getting there. Events are coming back. I think I announced some events yesterday, and I told my husband about that Christmas is my favorite time of the year. So I told him about the fireworks that they're going to be having on December the 12th. See, that's burned in my head right there. Fireworks on December the 12th in the drive-in movie. That's burned in my head. I was like, hey, December the 12th, they're going to have Fireworks. I like fireworks. I go to fireworks every year. I'm like a big kid. I go to fireworks every year, and I love Christmas. Favorite time of the year. All right, so listen, that's all I got for you. I'm going to go to my last song, and then I'll be back after the song to give you my word of inspiration for the day. Stay tuned. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. And here goes. A grateful heart is always full. Let me say that again. A grateful heart is always full. Listen, if you can't find anything to be grateful about today, just think about the fact that you woke up this morning. If you were able to see your children, that's something to be grateful about. If you were able to see your parents, your spouse, your friends, that's something to be grateful about. If you was able to open your eyes and see it all, that's something to be grateful about. And when you think of all the things that you're grateful for, your heart can be full. Do you hear me? I get up in the morning, I write in my journal the things that I'm grateful for. and I go about my day, and that gives you something to be happy about all day, but it fills your heart at the same time. So listen, that's all I got for you today. Thank you again for listening. You could be anywhere in the world. You spent the last 56 minutes with me, and I appreciate you so much. If you missed any episode of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and check out past episodes there. Also, follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And if you like any episode of the show, go to Apple Podcasts, find an episode that you like, and give it 5 stars. And also download our app from the mobile store. And I'm excited about my venture, so I'm sorry for taking up so much time talking about this new venture and telling you the story about how I started my first real company, I call it. But it's exciting for me, and I'm excited to share that with you, and I'm excited to share this journey with you as I walk through this journey. Now, I promise I won't be talking about this every day, but I will be talking about it a little bit so you can find out what's going on with me. And be sure to, I got a new podcast coming out. It's called the Rug Chest Podcast. That's the name of the company, the Rug Chest. So listen. Thank you again for listening. Be safe out there. Put your mask on. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.